The United Way is a tremendous network. It's not only a network of member agencies, it's also a network of caring people.
It's a year-round operation, and we do a lot of different things within the community that are working to make the community a better place to live.
I think it gives everyone the opportunity to share in the responsibility of making a healthy community.
You need to look at what you can do and give back to your community, and that's where the United Way comes in. Different partners that are members of the United Way family truly are going to offer services that are going to be needed by families.
And I feel it's important that we all collectively come together.
It's an organization that's more than just a fundraising organization. We want to make people aware of and talk about issues that they might not feel comfortable talking about, but they are big concerns in our area. We've had 29 suicides in this area in Clinton County in 3 years. That's a lot. And we're talking maybe between the age of 17 and 43. We have to talk about this. We have to bring some kind of an awareness about this. So we brought a critical issues forum together. We talked about drug abuse. We talked about alcohol. We talked about suicide. We want to talk about, is there a gang problem, a gang element problem? What are these issues that are out facing our community, impacting the quality of life of our kids and the adults, families? It was successful, and it got a lot of people thinking, and this is what we want to do. Bring issues to the table and get the community talking about them. There are agencies that are here to help families. A lot of times the families don't know that there's help out there for them. If we can bring the awareness to them, they as families will talk about it with their kids, but also know that you're not alone. There's people out there that can help you. Well, we know that alcohol is a huge problem around here, always has been, but the perception among adults in that if I have the party at my house, then I know where my kids are, then that's the best way to do it. That's still totally in violation of the law. And as Sheriff Favreau put it that night, the law is 21 years old. And whether you're at home or not, if you're serving somebody under 21, you're putting your entire situation in jeopardy. If something happens to anybody, they can all come back at you because it was at your house and you were the provider. So sometimes it got to be tough love. You got to crack down and say, look, it is 21. You may not like it. You may not think it's fair because, you can vote and you can go to send you off to war at 18. But that's the law. And if you watch, they're going to crack down on these things. And as a parent, you think you're trying to do the right thing when in fact you're breaking the law. We have Success by Six programs. We work with some of our community partners to try and make an effort so that kids are ready to start school. We want to make sure that they've had dental checkups, they've had eye exams, they've had their hearing checked, they're involved in some preschool reading. We've worked on the EITC, the Earned Income Tax Credit, and that's to work with some low-income people who really don't realize by filling out their income tax, they're eligible, that they can go back 3 years of their filing and get that kind of a refund. And by doing this, it's free filing and it's able to get money back to them. It's almost an economic development engine for the community. But also if you've got somebody who might be unemployed, we set some of these up at the One Work Source, and you can get them into One Work Source, do an intake, find out if they're interested in working, what jobs are out there, and get them back into the system, and their self-esteem becomes a lot better. So you get them into the system, you do their taxes, they get some money back, you get them a job, and you've started a cycle that's going to be good for the whole area. We have some phenomenal agencies that are providing some direct programs and services.
The fastest growing population in our country is 85 and over. And the nice part is that organizations such as ours help people to remain healthy and independent. And we all know that that's our desire as we grow older, that we want to stay healthy, we want to remain independent. And we give people that hand up, that opportunity to do so in their community. Well, our long-term goal for the last 12 years has been to acquire a facility that would meet the needs of the growing population of elders. And we have been very fortunate to work with people like the United Way and with other agencies here in Clinton County, such as the Office for the Aging, and the Brothers of Christian Instruction have been wonderful. We are now in a new facility that really meets the quality that we were looking for, that we feel is what our seniors deserve, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's over 38,000 square feet, and we are packing the people in every day. They're enjoying their activities. We're doubling up on all of our different participants, and it's just been a wonderful, positive response from the community.
Clinton and Essex County is really one large community. They're very large counties. Essex, for example, is roughly the size of the state of Delaware, but is very rural. There's about 37,000 people in the county. Clinton County is also a very large county with a bigger population than Essex. However, the two counties combined is a community of one, and people have come together through the United Way to ensure that our community and the needs we have is met, and it's a tremendous asset.
My kids, when we were growing up, they were taught to swim at the YMCA. My daughter was a Brownie. My dad right now is going through cancer treatment. Those are all things that I know that United Way family, they're a member of the United Way family, and by contributing to the United Way, I know I'm giving back to myself. If we had just 5,000 people in our two-county area give $3 a week, we would raise $780,000. That $780,000 would be given back to your neighbors, your friends, your loved ones. It stays here locally.
The payroll deduction is a very important aspect of this. 50 cents or $1 a week, as opposed to $50 at one time. It's a soda. You give up one soda a week, and you can contribute $50 to the United Way through payroll deduction. I think that's kind of the key that makes this work well.
The food drives, we work with the postal workers, and they do a food drive in the spring of the year, I think it's May, and they do another one in the fall or winter time. So we try and work with the postal carriers to have people put a bag of food out on their door and then get food for the food shelves. Trying to keep the food shelves full is a year-round task. I don't care whether it's at JCEO, whether the Methodist Church, or whether even some of the small churches or outreach centers. We need to have these food pantries full because there are people that need food, and they're knocking on the door all the time.
No, I would never thought I would be in this situation. I've been in a wheelchair for a year and a half now. I had a tumor on my spine, and the 5th operation made me like this. I can't walk or nothing. I had a stove, and the boiler was on the bottom, and the oven was the oven. And I was baking, and I didn't realize that my feet was under the stove. And I was cooking and everything else, and I rolled back and found out I burned the top of my feet. I didn't tell nobody. And then Cindy came here one day and see how bad my feet burned. And I had to go to Burlington, to the burn unit. And the doctor told me I couldn't cook anymore. And then I called Cindy, and Cindy called me back and said that I was getting a new stove. And that's all I needed to hear because I wanted to bake. ACAP they're wonderful people. And I didn't know what else to do. And I thought that they did a great job to get me a stove. I was depressed and everything else. But now, with the stove, it's fantastic.
Giving to the United Way of Clinton and Essex counties ensures that your donations are going to stay local within our community and be used to enhance the community that we live in. And given all of the things that have happened on a national and global basis in terms of disasters and catastrophes, it's important for people to give at home and to take care of things that are going on at home. And by giving to the United Way of Clinton and Essex, you're able to make an impact right here at home.
We've got to work harder at getting the message out that you're not alone. There are people out there willing to help you. Just reach out and ask for it.
And I think that we all know that life is a gift, and we have to do the best with the time we have.